I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart! Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 25th, 2007. I'm John Pachkowski, and this is Digital Daily. Apparently, Fred Anderson is the Fredo of the Apple Options backdating family. On Tuesday, Anderson, who resigned as Apple's CFO in October of 2006, issued a statement claiming he told Apple CEO Steve Jobs of the accounting implications of backdating stock options. This, of course, runs contrary to the party line at Apple, which has held that Jobs wasn't aware of those implications at all. You can almost hear the shrieks of outrage from one infinite loop, can't you? Anderson's statement hit the wires just after the SEC filed a lawsuit against Nancy Heinen, former general counsel at Apple, alleging her actions led to fraudulent stock option backdating at the company. Meanwhile, Anderson agreed to a settlement with the SEC that calls for him to pay $3.5 million in fines and penalties, but doesn't require him to admit liability. So those emails Intel failed to preserve after AMD sued it for antitrust violations? Not a big deal, according to Intel. In court documents filed this week, Intel said that though it hadn't yet recovered the messages it destroyed, its own internal investigation had concluded that they just weren't important. Wait, it gets better. Intel also said that while the messages should have been saved, it found no evidence that their loss was deliberate. Rather, it was the result of, quote, human error in attempting a challenging task, a task of such magnitude that it probably never could have been accomplished without some lapses. Apparently, Outlook Auto Archive is a lot harder to use than you might think. Who better than former Merrill Lynch analyst Henry Blodgett to comment on the Amazon run-up today? After all, it was Blodgett who famously predicted Amazon shares would someday hit $400. Well, that's a far cry from where Amazon's trading at right now, but it did spike 22% to its highest price in more than 2 years today thanks to some strong first quarter earnings. Amazon reported a first quarter profit that more than doubled on sales that jumped 32%. That's a nice change for a company that has posted lousy earnings for 8 consecutive quarters. Said Blodgett, Amazon hasn't become the company I hoped it would back when I put that $400 target on it. It's still a great franchise, though, and I'm still a happy Amazon customer. I don't own the stock because I expect it to soar. I own it because, well, because I'm going to own it until it breaks through 400 again or goes bust, whichever comes first. That's it for Digital Daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.